I want to start out by telling you this. I don't understand why in the last few years that the state of Georgia has been at war with its cities and counties and its school boards. The state cannot carry out its visions and its goals without having the cooperation of and the support of the counties and cities, and in education, of course, the local school boards. What we have here is whether we are going to jointly and cooperatively, and it doesn't mean that we're going to agree on everything, but we will hash it out until we come up with a common agreement, is whether we're going to come up with an agenda that helps to build the state and to remake it and to push it forward, or whether we're going to let the federal courts and prisons, whether we're going to let the federal courts and behavioral health, whether we're going to let the federal courts and water, whether we're going to let the federal courts, and we can cuss them all they want to, but they're still going to be there, whether we're going to let them determine our future. We do need more reservoirs. We need more storage. We also need to conserve better. We need to stop up the leaks, or at least get them down to 5% in the municipal and county water systems. That's going to take money. GFA needs to step up to the plate. No governor can bring new jobs to an area that does not have the education and skilled laborers to fit the jobs. You got to remember to keep that. I don't care how many deal closers you have. I don't care what you give away. You got to have the skilled labor. When I was talking to an industrial prospect, the first question they ask you, tell me about the school system. Tell me about the school system. Tell me about your skills levels. The last thing they ever asked me about were corporate income taxes. I think that states and local governments need to have balanced revenue sources. The first answer to property tax is for the state to support the school system, like it was planned to do in the sales tax. And to do that, you've got to cut into some of the special interest tax breaks that have been given out of the sales tax so it'll generate enough money to do so. I'm in favor of point of sale. And I will tell you that, and it looks like we could pick up between $600 and $700 million minimum on a statewide basis. The state could. We need a spirit of optimism, something that says, listen, we may not have all of the answers, but we have a plan to push this state forward and to make sure that it is prosperous and begins to create jobs again. What's the choice that we have today? And the choice that we have today is whether we have leadership that takes us forward in an experienced way and that knows how to close deals, or are we going to look back in a few years and say, you know, that Charlotte, that North Carolina, they came together while the state of Georgia took another path.